Hey guys, I'm here. We're about to dive into episode 6 of season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. Last episode had a lot of the gang returning, reuniting, and then parting ways as they typically do because these things do not last. At the end of the day, you know, everybody was trying to close the loop on any business they still had open because the end of the days is just right around the corner yet again. It was a really fun episode, really heartwarming and touching episode, and I'm curious to see where the gang finds themselves in this one. So we're going to go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, remember it's on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It is in watch-along format. You get the same thing for all the other shows we cover here on the channel as well as you get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while since you are going to way support the channel. Of course, I know that we can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping us grow here on the YouTubes. If you're new, if you're tuning in for the first time, maybe you've been a long time lurker, we're almost at 40K. So if you enjoyed the reaction, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. With that all sitting down the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into episode 6. Here we go. This is taking us back to when Allison first arrived. We're going to see how she meets Ray. Because last episode did end with her about to tell Ray everything.
Must be lost. I suggest you find a barbershop in Oak Lawn. They specialize in your kind of hair. Sit you down. Poor thing.
No. You know, it's already hard enough in this time, man, for her being away from her family and everything else, but on top of that, not even be able to communicate.
My name is Ray. What's your name?
Allison.
Oh!
Dinner?
It's so cute, man. That's quite the transition to this.
Planning her in a psych ward, taking advantage of my simpleton brother. That was smart.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
She's your
Daughter. Yes, and she's my only one, so I'd appreciate if you didn't crush her windpipe.
I love how he just openly calls Diego a simpleton.
I'm so going to enjoy killing you someday.
Lila, darling, would you give us a minute, please?
Yes, the grown-ups need to talk.
I love that. I love that. The fact that he's like almost 60, technically.
In exchange for the assassination of the board, I'm willing to get you and your family out of this timeline and back to 2019, where you belong.
Right back to the apocalypse.
Had to happen. That it was supposed to happen.
Back then, I was towing the company line, but once I'm in charge...
Huh, interesting.
Speaking riff.
Jazz.
Exactly.
She got that demotion and that disrespect, and she's like, all right, fuck you all. I'll burn it down, and I'll take it over myself.
He isolated you from the rest of the family.
Kept you hopped up on pills?
And he brainwashed you into thinking you had no powers.
Jesus.
You already know how this is gonna go. Daddy's gonna play all his little mind games on us, get into our heads.
We can handle him. You wanna know what's different this time?
Well, what's that?
You got me.
Oh.
We go in there as a united front.
Luther's got so many walls up now after that harsh betrayal, after his reality came crashing down last season.
Hey, thank you. Sit down. My name is Klaus, and I'm an alcoholic. Sorry.
Wrong type of meeting.
I'm a complete and total fraud.
Me too.
I'm a fraud too. I'm the worst kind of.
Oh, God.
It's okay though. Listen, everything is gonna be okay. Okay?
for a few more days.
When we admit our own
Oh no.
only then can we experience true humility.
No. That's not what I meant.
I too am a fraud.
I am a fraud.
I too am a
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Dude, I tried. I am a fraud.
Yeah, it's a little too far gone at this point, I guess. They'll interpret what anything he says as some type of thing to like listen to or follow.
You have
Powers. Yes, for the 17th time.
Why are you telling me this now?
Oh, I love he got to find out about the president thing, man. But what kind of ripple can that cause?
Then prove it.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Okay, it is not just some parlor trick. There is a cost.
Okay, so Wonder Woman's got powers, but nobody can see them. How convenient.
Make him do jumping jacks or something. Just be like, I heard a rumor you're about to do jumping jacks. And he'll be like, whoa, what's going on?
Excuse me. My husband would like to try on this suit.
Color folks can't try on the merchandise.
I heard a rumor that you let him try on anything in the store.
Looking good.
Don't go in there, Allison.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we are not doing this again. Get your black ass out of here before I call the police.
I heard a rumor that you shut your damn mouth.
Oh,
Coffee. Black.
can she like mass manipulate? Like if she was like, I heard a rumor, everybody in here started doing disco. Would they? Or can she just do one at a time?
More.
Well,
More.
she's adding commands.
Allison.
Oh, wow.
Allison.
More.
Allison, stop it.
Oh, gosh.
You're hurting it, Allison.
Good point, babe. Sorry.
I don't know. Fuck him. I don't care. But that was interesting. So she could say one thing, but as long as they are under the influence, keep adding things to the command. That is nifty. But it seemed like she was getting sucked into it.
Just realized who you sound like. Who? Dad?
Don't say that.
Ooh. Oh, God.
16 years in the grave, and you finally turned into your father.
Whoa, what in the world?
What the hell did you just do?
I think I was inside of you.
I'm sorry.
Hey, wait a second. What's he doing here? Aw. Both of their loves.
You never come off that hill, Dave. That's it.
You're lying. You're some kind of con artist. Here, look.
You're all I have left of you.
It's an honor to die for my country. That's what you peaceniks don't understand.
But you don't have to.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I've already enlisted.
What? That's not supposed to happen yet.
Fuck. He made it happen sooner.
I ship out next week. What? So save these for the next dumb kid you're trying to recruit.
Dave, come back. This came for you, Prophet.
How does he know where they all are? It's why I think these letters are for someone else.
Vem är du?
Jag är någon ni vill känna.
Unharm my wiener.
Jag ska berätta den exakta platsen för mig. Ni letar Diego. Björnen, lilla med det. Googla. Stroperna.
Think she's the one that sent the letters to everybody? A blue orb up there looks like a Saiyan escape pod.
Wait up.
The whole family's here. He's so confused.
This is a matter of life and death, you imbecile.
Yeah, maybe we should take turns talking. Yeah. Here, whoever has got this conch shell gets to talk.
I'm for debate, okay?
Maybe I should lead. We all know I'm a much better public speaker than the rest of you.
Okay, daddy's girl.
Oh, jealous number 2?
Hey. We're all team 0.
Diego, you don't have the conch.
Classic.
God damn it, man. Oh, nope. It is him. You think, what if he's called here too?
Who are you?
Called us the Umbrella Academy.
Why on earth would I adopt 6?
7. One of us isn't here.
One of us is dead.
Dad, yes, but I'm here. Klaus,
Yeah,
tell them I'm here.
Enough of that now.
God damn it, Klaus.
Call me old-fashioned, but I'm a stickler for a pesky little thing called evidence. Show me.
Everybody wants to see powers all of a sudden.
We're not circus animals, okay? We're not gonna bounce balls on our noses.
I mean, 5s is the easiest to display.
Your amusement.
Just like... That one too.
What are you writing?
You are 0 for 2, young man.
0 for 2! Ha!
Now that is interesting.
I heard a rumor. You punched yourself in the face.
Yes, you deserved that.
And you?
Maybe we don't take Vanya for a test drive.
that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's fine. I can handle it. Handle it? Last time you handled it, you definitely blew
This is my favorite shirt.
Wow. Oops.
That's you. That's 2 days from now on the grassy knoll, at the exact spot the president's gonna get shot.
Well, I suppose you've solved it. The sad reality is that you're a desperate man, tragically unaware of his own insignificance, desperately clinging to his own ineffectual reason. More succinctly, a man in over his head.
Oh, he's gonna stutter. Oh.
Why don't you band together and do something about it? Screw it.
Is he having a seizure?
Overdosing, probably.
Out with it, boy.
Damn.
Thank you for coming. Look at what you did to me. Look at it. You and the culottes. A word in private?
Check, please.
This went wonderful.
So much for having my back in there. Team 0 my ass. Klaus.
I just watched Inside Out for the first time. Thank you. It was the reaction poll winner for this month. You guys will be getting that in a few weeks, probably. But yeah, this just reminded me of Sadness when he was dragging Klaus out.
Why are you following us?
I just want to show you something.
How did you find me?
This came for you at the farm.
this.
Your boyfriend isn't the nice guy you think he is. Him and his nasty little squad of lizard people are playing the day after tomorrow.
I don't understand.
He is going to kill the president.
That's ridiculous.
Don't take my word for it. Ask him yourself.
I think Diego's like 1,000% on the wrong trail with this.
Look, no offense, but I need a bit more time for what I'm trying to accomplish.
So much can change in a matter of seconds. One could overthrow an empire.
I gave you such a hard time as a kid. I didn't know any better.
No skin off my teeth, old man.
This is such a nice interaction, man. Because in a weird way, they can talk almost as peers. In an odd way. No. Oh, he didn't deserve any of that.
What if we go somewhere away from here? Away from Carl? Somewhere we can be safe.
What do you mean? Where?
I don't know yet.
The future, 2019.
But I won't let anything happen to you or Harlan. I can protect you.
I just need you to trust me. I do.
It's gonna be everything as usual until we're ready.
Just give me a little time.
Something's not gonna happen, or something's not gonna go right. I'm worried about everybody they've been interacting with getting in the way of everything. Oh, fuck. Or that could happen.
Elliot!
Oh. What message did they leave? Ooga for Ooga?
You get me and my family home. No more doomsday, no more apocalypse.
That's the deal.
Yet she's actively trying to get Diego killed. She's playing all the angles. Yeah, right. Man, I really like that one too. I like that one too. Klaus, stop being a fucking dickhead. Son of a bitch. Like, the family, one thing. Dad, another thing. I don't know. God, he needs... I get, and I had this conversation in the comments on the previous video. Like, I get being a dick, you know, a brotherly dick, being a little bit of spat, picking on your bro, giving him a hard time, but this is, like, serious shit. Like, the family get together, all that stuff, these things, meeting their father once again, you know, being able to share a voice with those that you've been apart from for 16 years. Like, the way Klaus like, I get he's like, he doesn't like being judged the entire time by a goody-goody brother who's like, dude, stop hurting these people. Stop doing all this stuff. You're hurting yourself. You're wasting your life and all this stuff. But, like, it's all from a place of warmth and care. Because, one, Ben's dead. He has no life to live. And he has to watch Klaus just drown himself and waste away. And just, like, treat people in passing as just these little objects of his own pleasure. just these little toys that he can just play with and discard whenever he's done. That's what he's seen. And he managed through observation to fall in love with somebody that's part of this cult, and then that's another reason he's kind of all mixed up in the head with all this whole thing. But, like, gosh, they're such a pair to be trapped together with. But, like, you know, up until this point, everything Ben has done has just been abstaining from getting Klaus out of his own problems. Up until this point. And, like, honestly, that's fucking Klaus is never learning any lessons out of this, no matter what. So I don't even know what the right answer is. He's fine with the consequences, getting his ass beat, going to prison, all that stuff, regardless. But that expectation that Ben was going to get him out of all these like things whenever he's rallying up and riling up all these people, getting them to follow him by using his memories of the future to kind of spout off wisdom. Gets bored of that, moved on, steals a truck, fights with a bunch of rednecks, and expects him to step in and intervene. Like, Klaus is like manipulative in all the wrong ways, and I don't know that he realizes it at all, because he is kind of inside of his own head all the time. And I love Klaus. He's my second favorite character in this show, but like, he's being so cruel and unnecessarily petty with Ben, given these situations that we've seen them in the last 2 episodes. Like, I don't blame Ben at all for just trying to force his way back into that conversation, because how else is he going to be a part of that? Like, he hasn't seen or been able to interact with his family in 16 years. He's dead. The Vanya stuff, like, everybody getting these letters, like, from their father, who's kind of taken notice of all the moves that they've been trying to make, because they've just been really loud and making a lot of motion throughout everything. And it sent them all these letters to bring him in and be like, okay, who the hell are you people? You keep calling me dad. What's your story? And I love just how unimpressed he was with everybody. I do feel bad for Diego, but, like, he's also in major denial about his trajectory and why he's doing what he's doing. It's all from a place to kind of prove his father wrong, and every step of the way it's not really earnest or honest in a lot of ways. I don't know. I love that whole psychological aspect, but, like, my God, he went in on Diego harshly. And then that whole thing just degraded to the point where, like, Luther was like, look what you did to me. Oh, it's so fun, though, and funny. Vanya was just kind of chilling. She didn't even open up or say anything except display her powers, which she has a pretty solid control on right now. And I like how, even though she's learning all these terrible things, supposedly, about their family, their past, and all this stuff, she's just kind of like, that's fine. I don't remember any of it, but that's kind of fucked up. The handler is playing these games, offering 5 if he takes out the board of the commission, allowing her to take control of it and become in charge of the entire organization, that she will use her powers to get his family back to where they're supposed to be and even change the timeline. According to what she says, which I don't take anything she says with anything more than a grain of salt, that all of season 1 was basically because she was like all on board for the corporate mission, and then they just completely discarded her after the whole spat with 5 last season, which I can get. She's got a vendetta about just doing all this stuff, doing everything by the book, being the best of the best, and then just one mix up and she's shut down, demoted down to the desk level. I get it. But also she's making these deals, promising to keep his family safe and get them to 2019. At the same time, she's framing Diego for the murder of one of the Swedes and sending the Swedes to kill Diego. So, yeah, she's playing a whole other chess game here. I really like the interaction with 5 and Reginald at the bar, where they were talking about time travel, about their experiences and stuff like that, and then him again kind of giving a lot of the advice that 5, when he was younger, wouldn't listen to. Now he's not listening for a whole other set of reasons, but it's going to come down to, I guarantee it, because that's just a nice little setup, Like, he's going to have to time travel to fix something. Maybe that event in which he arrived and witnessed the apocalypse, there's something he can change within a matter of seconds that changes that ending, that doomsday. Something's going to happen to where he's going to have to rewind just a small fraction of time to change something to subvert the outcome. I mean, that seems like an obvious setup the entire time. Like, but he's like, all right, I'm going to jump to the future. I'm jump to the past. He's making these big leaps where he hasn't really gotten honed in on his abilities, which was exactly what his father was trying to tell him beforehand. But had he not done any of these things, maybe they wouldn't, at least the first one, they wouldn't have been able to figure things out. But, yeah, man, the whole family interaction was a lot of fun. Klaus trying to do the right thing and set his cult free, but it's so far gone that no matter what he says is being taken and regurgitated back at him as some sort of test or wisdom. So he can't even talk himself out of it at this point, even when he's spilling the truth. Dave and his interaction and his interference has caused him to enlist earlier, possibly getting him killed sooner, or who knows what will happen with him now on this new timeline. You know, butterfly effect, all that stuff, like, who knows? But his interaction caused him to enlist sooner than intended, and that's just a whole other thing. The whole opening segment with Allison and Ray was so much fun. Seeing her come in, her land in this time period, and scatter on and integrate her way into this group of people that was willing to take her in, and just that loneliness and that isolation that slowly melted away when she found her, like, some people to take her in, and then Ray, who was kind of her guiding light for a moment. And then the way she spilled everything, told him the truth, be like, hey, one day we're going to have a black president. And I love that. Oh, that had to light up his soul. And then, of course, the explanation of her powers. And then took him shopping in a white neighborhood and be like, hey, you're going to let my husband try on everything in here. But she started using her powers again. As we saw before, she became addicted to that and getting everything she wanted. That was part of the problem. And I think part of that, I don't know if it's innately part of her power where she kind of gets pulled into using it, or if that's like something to do with her on an addict level with her ability and using it. Because when she went back to get vengeance on that coffee owner or coffee shop diner guy, whoever, is like, shut your mouth. Shuts his mouth. And then we also learned that she can stack commands. That's another thing. All right, pour me some coffee. More, until he's burning his hand with coffee pouring and overflowing. And she's like, she was almost in a trance. And I think there's a couple ways you can read that. It could be, like I said, I don't know. She says there is a problem with using her power. I don't know if it has this effect that pulls her into using it to where it's hard to stop. Like, you kind of enter a trance and focus in. It could be that power trip where she was like, okay, this guy, fuck this guy. And she really wanted to hone in on it to where it was hard for Ray to get to her. Or like I said, the addict thing, who knows? Like, when she starts, it's like, oh, she's just that feeling. I don't know. I got a lot of questions about that. I don't know if we'll explore it or anything, but yeah. And then on top of that, the Swedes track Diego and all them back to Morty's place. And then, yeah, that's an unfortunate little thing there. And then Carl found out about Sissy and Vanya just as they finally agreed to get out of here. You know, she told her the truth about everything. I mean, hell, the end game goal is to get to 2019. Bring them all. Bring Sissy and Harlan with them. Your relationship would be at least more acceptable then, and you can just kind of be out there with it. Might be a huge culture shock, for sure, but Carl ain't gonna find her. I mean, he might still be alive, but he'll be fucking barely moving around at that point. That'd be a trip to, like, re-meet with him later, if that was the case. Oh. And I still think Diego's, like, barking up the wrong tree with Reginald and the assassination. but we'll have to find out. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm missing or that I want to talk about. I know people are touchy about their favorite characters and all that stuff, and I went in hard on Klaus, but like, just relax, chill. It's how I feel, man. Like, I'm just going to tell you how I feel, man. I think Klaus is 1,000% out of line. Klaus just needs help, man. He needs... Sober Klaus was great Klaus. I loved that transition, that arc, getting to sobriety. And now it's just right back to might as well just be hanging out behind a dumpster Klaus. I don't know. God, I feel so bad for everybody, man. This family is such a shit show. But some people are finding happiness. Allison, Vanya. Five's doing all right. If he could ever find a time to just focus on himself and living rather than always being the one responsible for staving off the doomsday. I like this show a lot, man. It's wild. But guys, what'd you think? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, it's going to be on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yorick, Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Reba McCann, Jeffrey Hale, and M. Sephiroth. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody who's been making the channel what it is. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all next week with episode 7. Take care, everybody.